Am I the a-hole for having sex with my friend's mother? Okay, this is a bit of a crazy story. So about a month ago I met this cool dude at the gym, and we're just gonna call him Tim for now. So I get to know Tim, we work out together and all. We go to the bar, the club, everywhere. We are super cool mates. I was looking for one night stands at the time, so I am going about on Tinder. When I met this woman, I am into older women, keep in mind, so we chat for a bit. Flirt for a couple days. Next thing you know, we are going out on our first date, so I take her to dinner at a nice restaurant. I paid for the meals and everything. She got quite tipsy on some wine. But I was still sober. So I pay the bill. Take her into my car and she tells me where her place is, so I ride over there. She opens the door. And we go into the bedroom. And have sex. So fast forward a couple of days, I am finishing my workout with my mate Tim. And he invites me over to play some Xbox. So I ride over to his place to the first time. And my heart sank. It's the same house of the woman I had a one-night stand with. My legs are shaking and I enter inside. Thank God she isn't there. So we sit on the couch and start playing Xbox. When Tim asks me to go pass him a Gatorade from the fridge. So I go up to the fridge and see pictures of him and his family. And it turns out the woman I had sex with was his mother. So I quickly grab a Gatorade for him. And I go back and we play Xbox. I haven't said a word about the situation about me and his mom. I am afraid it will ruin our friendship. Should I tell him about it? Am I the a-hole? Added typos. And many people are saying I raped her due to the fact she was tipsy. We were both on Tinder looking for a one-night stand. And we're gonna have sex regardless. I stayed sober so I could drive her. Added 2. Damn, this made it to the front page. LOL, cool. You're not in a hole because you didn't know. I don't think you should tell him. Because his mom's ex-life is her business. And her business only. I wouldn't do it again though if you want to keep the friendship. And I would probably tell the mom about this. All of these words are correct in my opinion. I would definitely give his mom a heads up and be like, hey, just so you know, it turns out I am actually pretty good friends with your son, so if you happen to see us hanging out at your house one day, please don't react in a way that will make it obvious to him that something happened between us. Wow. What a cluster duck. I would say you're not the a-hole. But things are definitely going to get weird. Good luck. Second story. Boyfriend wants to reconnect with his ex and doesn't really understand how it's affecting me. Hi everyone. My 22 female boyfriend, 22 male, and I recently moved to a new city together. We have been together for almost a year now. His ex-girlfriend lives in the same city. And I remember when she broke up with him 3 years ago. He was heartbroken for months, and that was the only time I have ever seen him cry. We were friends back then. Now that we are all in the same city, he has made it his mission to reconnect with her. To be friends. He says he misses the friendship as they were friends for a long time before they got together. And as we have moved to a new city, he is keen on making friends. He tried to meet up with her for coffee in July before he went home for August, but she was busy. He then tried to get dinner with her in September, as he says. Some people you get pints with. Other people you get dinner with. She is a dinner person. But she said she was going home for a few days. She offered to invite a mutual friend to their dinner. And then ghosted him for a few weeks. I have to admit I've been feeling weird about the whole thing. He is the only one reaching out to her, and she doesn't seem so keen to reconnect. I talked to him a few times about this. And he said that he was planning on being friends with her and meeting up regularly. Like once a month. I don't really know why I feel upset about this. I just don't understand why he feels the need to go back to his ex for friendship. Making friends is always hard. But why go to the only girl that makes me uncomfortable? I've expressed my discomfort and he doesn't understand why I am feeling this way at all. And therefore doesn't want to do anything to make me feel better. He even asked what my friends thought about this. So I asked them. And they all agree it's a bit odd. He doesn't seem to care what they think because he is convinced he is right. He wants to work through it how? I don't know, and get me okay with it because it's going to happen anyways. I don't want to be the girlfriend that forbids her boyfriend to meet up with people. Obviously. But I just wish he would understand why this isn't my favorite idea in the world. I am secure in the relationship. I don't personally think anything fishy is going on. I don't know. And the ex seems lovely. I looked up articles online about how to be okay with your significant other being friends with their ex. I acknowledge that it is possible. Some partners might feel completely okay with it. I am trying so hard to be okay with it. Because I know that I have no rational reason to be upset. But there is always this pit in the bottom of my stomach whenever he mentions her meeting up with her. They are now getting lunch tomorrow with a mutual friend. Which is better than just the two of them, I guess. Except I know this isn't what my boyfriend necessarily wanted. And it never would have happened if he hadn't mentioned it to the mutual friend. Who made it happen? Bottom line is, he doesn't want to budge on this. He doesn't see anything wrong with it and thinks I should just work on this and be okay with it. I am lost. Am I overthinking? Should I just suck it up? Too long didn't read boyfriend wants to be friends with his ex and doesn't consider my feelings. What do I do? He's not over her. I've been him in this situation. It sucks. But the reality is when you're truly over someone you can look back and be grateful for the good times you had without the need to reconnect. I'm sorry, but this is bad news. It would be different if they'd always been friends after the breakup, but this isn't chasing her. Girl. In my opinion, she is the one who got away. He knows that what he is doing doesn't make sense. He just doesn't care more about your feelings than he cares about trying to win her back. So he comes up with those nonsense answers and logic. She probably believes that it too. That's why she took so long to accept his invitation, and that's why she is taking another person with her to be safer and gauge his intentions. He is upset she taking someone else didn't even consider taking you with him because again she is the one who got away, and he wants to be her friend again and try to restart their relationship from the beginning. That's why he wants it to be private. He wants dinner. Etc. He knows he is hurting you. He knows how you feel. He knows. And he doesn't care. He put the burden on you to be okay with this bullshit instead of dropping this reconnecting thing because your feelings are supposed to be more important than it. A good boyfriend would have done that because a good boyfriend cares about his girlfriend's feelings more than he cares about reconnecting. He is not a good boyfriend regardless of his intentions. So my opinion is that he is in love with her and wants to give it a new beginning by repeating the pattern of being friends and then lovers. She thinks it is that too. That's why she is bringing someone along and took too long to accept this invite. You are the only one not seeing this. I think you actually do. But you need a stranger's telling you that you are not paranoid or crazy. You are right. But even if I am absolutely and completely wrong in my assumptions, and he is totally innocent, he is then a bad boyfriend that should be dumped for not caring enough about his girlfriend's feelings. Remember, this hell is full with people who had good intentions. Edit for typo. Third story. My boyfriend took condoms in his overnight bag. Me 23 female and my BF 27 male have been together for over 5 years now. I stay with him in his house on weekends, but during the week he stays in the city at his sister's house, because he is in graduate school, and his school is only about a 10-minute walk from his sister's house, but from our house it's over an hour drive, so he stays there sometimes during weekdays. Last week I unpacked his duffel that he took with him to his sister's and left it completely empty. Today I came back to his house and he already took some stuff out of his duffel bag, but I noticed there was still some socks and stuff in there, so I took his bag and put it by the hamper because I was going to do his laundry. He saw I put the bag in the hamper and was like, "Why are you taking my bag?" Then put it back in the computer room with him and said he needed to finish unpacking it. I told him I was getting ready to do the laundry and was just making sure I get all the dirty clothes in the hamper. He was like, "It's fine, I have things in my bag that I need to unpack that belong in the computer room," but from what I could see all he had were dirty socks in there which do not belong in the computer room. I always unpack his bag and found it weird he was suddenly not wanting me to, since he was being suspicious about his bag. I walked past him, took the bag and ran to the bathroom with it. He said, "What are you doing?" not in a nervous way but kind of laughing. I tried to shut the bathroom door, but he was pushing it open on the other side. So I just went through his bag in front of him and saw he had condoms in his bag. I asked him why he took condoms, and he said he didn't know that they must have been there a while. I know this is not true because I unpacked his bag the week before, left the bag completely empty, and he did not use it since. His next excuse was they must have got thrown in accidentally when he was packing his clothes. I don't understand how that could happen. We only have one place that we keep condoms, and it's a drawer that is separate from everything else. There's no clothes in the drawer, so it makes no sense how they would have accidentally got folded in with his clothes and thrown in accidentally. I wash, fold, and put away all of his clothes, and I'm positive there was no condoms mixed in any of the drawers that he keeps clothes. He then tries to defend himself, further saying he doesn't even like that condom brand and wouldn't use those. But we use condoms since I'm not on birth control, and those are the ones we have been using, only brand we have at the moment, so I'm not sure how that was supposed to make his argument stronger. I don't know what to do. I want to believe him, but it makes zero sense how the condoms would have got thrown in the bag without him purposely bringing them, and it's suspicious how he was trying to keep me from going through the bag to get his laundry. Too long didn't read my BF stays at his sister's some weekdays, since it is closer to his school. I stay with him on weekends and unpack his duffel bag every week. This week I found condoms. He said they must have been there a while, but I know that is not true since I unpacked his bag the previous week. He then said they must have got caught in with his clothes and thrown in accidentally. This doesn't make sense either, as we do not keep the condoms in a clothes drawer but in a separate drawer from all clothes. Sorry girl. I had a look through your older posts. You said he started rejecting us Zuli, and he was looking at other girls on Insta. Please see him for what he's doing. You already know. I was with my now ex-BF for 10 years. I was 16 when I first got with him. First BF. Things died off as Zuli. I was constantly getting rejected and he'd never want to talk about it. He'd just get angry when approached. I tried to dress up for him once and he told me he felt like I was pressuring him into X. I had a feeling he was cheating, but it was too difficult to leave. Felt like if I left I'd have wasted all those years. But then I got a message from the side chick telling me she'd found out about me and gave me solid proof of what he'd been doing. Because she thought they were monogamous and had suspicions about him. I also found out he'd been sleeping with other men. He put me at huge risk, and I am worried your BF is doing the same to you. At the end of the day, it's your choice. But follow your gut. In hindsight, if I could have left when I first started having suspicions, I would have been out that door. All the best. Yeah, I typically try to give the benefit of the doubt in these situations, and not jump to conclusions, and be more interesting than yelling breakup. But in this case, it's extremely clear that he's either cheating or attempting to cheat. You have counters to all of his thin excuses, and he didn't even try the "I use them for masturbating" lie. So the cheating is an almost certainty. Just up to you what you want to do about it. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to our channel.